Welcome to Commander Pop Culture, a place to gather magical information with some laughs, might I add.
This is probably our lobby. I don't have to wait. Apparently my decks are 2, but I'm not a big fan of the bracket system. I think it's incredibly flawed. Alright, against Caesar, General Marholt, and Gonti Knight Minister. This is the Chaos deck where we steal each other's cards. The downside of this list is it's got a clunky mana curve. That's because we're playing with a bunch of dumb stuff and we're trying to cheat stuff into play. Yeah, we're just going to play a swamp, cycle our angel for planes. Oh man, I'm not sure if I like the zoom in feature yet. This is the first time I've played Moto since I incorporated that, but it takes up a lot of real estate. I guess it's nicer to look at. I think they made the feature to compete with Arena, make it nicer to look at. I guess it's more pleasant for you guys if you want to read cards. I think it was strictly worse to just right-click things and you having to read a black text box. At least now you get a piece of art to look at with it.
Beautiful.
What's kind of interesting though is I don't have a piece worthy of ditching yet. Maybe it's a better play to Burnish Heart into Gilded Lotus the following turn, get one of my tap lands out of the way, and then I could use the Gilded Lotus that turn to sack the Burnish Heart. I kind of like that play, and then get these clunky lands out of the way. I guess he's just playing evasive creatures so he could steal spells from people, and he's just playing with whatever he has in his collection. Like this has Menace. This gives Warriors Menace, i.e. it targets itself. Alright, so he's going to go for 2 hits with these and steal 2 cards from people. Oh man, is this just a Voltron list? Oh god. This is sick. So the mask forces people to block the attacking creature, and then this commander has Rampage. For everything that blocks it, he gets +3/+3.
Well, I'm bigger.
Ooh. Oh, you don't like that, do you, Gonti? Gonti's gonna bite it here. This is sick. I like this setup. Well, that makes me not want to play out Hashaton for a while. Yeah, no, it just forces people to lose their creatures. And, like, it forces all of our creatures to block, so we'll be incapable of killing this unless we get a Death Toucher in play. And then he'll think twice about attacking us. Yeah, what this middle player is doing is super cool. He just needs to get Trample on it, and then he's kind of, like, set for this game. Unfortunately, I think the guy on the right stole this Rancor. Yeah, it's owned by the middle player, so he could have had that at some point in this game, and we'd be really screwed. Doing us a favor. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be walking into this. He's just going to keep attacking over here and forcing you to give that up. If anything, I feel like I have time with Hashaton because he keeps playing this. I could probably get away with a turn with him in play, but I also don't have a creature to ditch to him. Not exactly in a rush. Yeah, I feel like I'll get a turn here, so I'll just play Hashaton. If I cracked this Burnish Heart when I was supposed to, I would have enough for both Fantatog and animating this. That was kind of stupid of me. I didn't have a stop set up. That's what kind of screwed me over. These are all budget lists, by the way. In paper, it's kind of like playing with my hands tied behind my back because dollar goes really far on Moto. Jeez, why is it so small? Like, why is this happening over here? Weird. Divine Visitation, super good. Every time he makes a token, he makes a 4/4 angel instead, so I really want to get this angel out of my graveyard. Make at least one 4/4 angel from the Loyal Apprentice, then he'll make 2 more from Caesar. Yeah, that's pretty backbreaking. People are playing pretty powerful things on Moto for dirt cheap, and I'm because I'm playing with a $100 cap with my budget lists in paper. That doesn't translate too well online, but I want to show that you could play on a budget and still be competitive. beating on the middle player for forcing people to lose their creatures. Gonti also like incentivizes us to be killing each other, so it kind of sets him up to be the last player pretty consistently, fighting for first place in the end. Going out the player on the left, I bet. Yeah, he'll just kill all this. 1 token generator, 2 token generators, 3 token generators. He should have attacked with Caesar to prevent him from losing it, because it forces all of his stuff to block, and he probably didn't read it. He's trying to pass through priority, and he didn't read what the equipment does. Oh, this is sick. I never thought about the application of Infiltration Lens. He sees 2 cards per thing that blocks, and he's forced... Oh, I just drew 8. Oh god. That's super good. I don't remember the last time I played Infiltration Lens in a list, but now, if I ever have to play something from the command zone that forces people to block, this is going to be on my radar permanently for this experience right here.
I want it now!
Most of the time, people just ignore it. Like, the typical application of Infiltration Lens is you make your guy really big, so it's a win-win situation. Like, your opponent doesn't want to take the damage, so they give you 2 cards. It's freaking hilarious. Yeah, this guy might walk away with this game. Because, like, he consistently trades people's pieces away, and there's nothing we can really do about it unless we attack ourselves. And then we become open to his all-out swings. There's no real benefit to just sitting back and keeping up blockers with like the current board state. We're just going to lose our pieces anyways. You might as well get something out of it. And he gets even more benefits with the lens in play if you leave stuff untapped. And if the guy in the middle is running things like Vines of Vassal, you could bet your ass he's running more combat tricks in that list. I will answer your combat trick that you stole from me with another combat trick. I do think he kind of tapped this a little badly, because now this will empty from his mana pool. Unless he's got another one in his hit there. But if he lets this go to waste, then he won't be able to dump his hand as effectively. I imagine he wants to save the combat tricks for situations like these. He did end up wasting that mana, like I mentioned. Probably should have just tapped his lands down. Might be kicking himself in the ass for not seeing it sooner. And now he has to discard his hand size when he probably didn't have to. Yeah, the player in the middle just said I messed that up. Ooh, he's saying if he played it right, we'd all be dead. I'll take a lucky break. I'm glad that I'm still playing. I imagine it's like an extra combat step spell. It ain't hard to do. If he goes to combat, forces people to block, he gets a big stat block, kills all other things, gets an additional combat step, he'll probably buff himself to a lethal level and kill you on the second swing. So he really works well, or pairs well with this equipment / extra combat step cards. Ooh, Necropolis Region. This is pretty sweet. I can't be discarding stuff until post-combat from this guy over here, because he will mess me up if I do it beforehand. Play the Tog. I could actually discard both of these and cheat them into play, so that'll be nice. Ooh, okay. This forces the guy in the middle to do something here. Exiles all creatures power 4 or greater. It affects himself, and we're dodging it because I could discard these things at instant speed and make my 4/4s whenever. Oh, this fights a creature. Okay, who's he fighting? Is he gonna fight one of my dudes? Okay, he's gonna fight that thing. Alright. I didn't realize the top paragraph gives treasures every time you cast something. It's like the Prosper trigger for everybody. Hydra's Growth. Okay, well now his toughness matches over here. Puts 1 counter on. I kind of like blowing up these 2 things here. Take away your ability to steal stuff. This means in Necropolis Region because it flies. Now when Necropolis Region hits, I turn it into an 8/8. So you really don't miss out on much. Oh, Slade has to go. The wife's getting angry at him.
Playing those video games again?
Can't upset the wife. Ooh, Sister Hospitaller. That's what we need right here. I could get the Angel of Ruins, hit this thing, and take away that thing. I feel like I could beat him with the +1/+1 counters. No problem. Yeah, so let's discard the Sister, get back the original. This is like one of my favorite things to do, is when I make a token copy of this, bring back the original, bring back something else, and put like over 10 power into play. The player on the left went adios. In that case, I won't get the Angel, and I'll just get the Necropolis Regent and put a shit ton of counters on my stuff. Have you seen that many Necropolis Regent triggers? It's fun. I got it. Shows that's game.
Flawless victory.
I got an early mana rock. Got some interaction. Got a way to get my artifact count nice and high with Forensic Gadget here. I hope this Gev player gets off the ground. The previous 2 times I played against Gev, they just sat around and did nothing because there was a control player in the game that just didn't let them do anything. For those of you who are new and watching, Start Your Engines is not a good mechanic for Commander. It's because you have to wait several turns to get at full speed to get the benefits. But if you have it from the command zone, like I do here, and it's on a cheap body, it's more consistent.
Start your engines.
I don't recommend chasing full speed when all you have to rely on is what's in your 99 cards, because there aren't enough cards from just Aetherdrift to make up that very bad mechanic. And if you didn't know how you get through the gears, you have to deal damage to a person or make someone lose life on your turn, which ain't always easy. Like another classic example is you can play the 0/4 that's mono blue, but then you're running a strategy that likes to win by drawing cards, not by making people lose life, so you inconsistently hit a roadblock with that too. The Fauna Shaman is pretty scary. It's one of the best green cards in the game. I think I want the Gadgeteer. It's a body that can attack, guarantees that I get in, and I want to start racking up the artifacts so I can make my commander a little bit bigger. I'm going to attack the player on the left because he's not going to block. And we'll go to gear 2. Riskadecaphobia. Keep in mind we can't have him at 13 life and we can't be at 13 life. Triggers on upkeep. We'll have the player that could tutor anything in his library. Pope the Bear. Ooh, we're almost at full speed. Once we hit the 4th gear, we could copy any artifact for 1 mana. And this is what I mean by consistency with the speed mechanic. We're on turn 5. By turn 5 in like hardcore decks, the game is getting close to being over. The bummer about what's going on here is I'm out of artifacts, and half my list is artifacts. And now this makes sense. He made us all lose life, so now when he plays a creature, it gets 3 counters on it. That's pretty good. I guess I can exile this thing, just so I can get in. Attack with 2, draw an extra card, see if we get an artifact that we can copy. Protective Bubble ain't bad. Unblockable, then can't be targeted by spells or abilities. Oh, he turned my dude into that. Huh, Jesus, this is a 7/7. This would have been cool if I really had more artifacts to play. Because this is supposed to fix like the tax of our artifacts of adding 1 more. But I have a grip of non-artifact cards in hand, so it's not very helpful in this scenario. When you got nothing else better to do, you treasure cruise. At least we got some artifacts now. I guess this Kenris transformation buys us a lot of time. No one wants to attack into us and let this die. Oh, that's cool. Land enters, he could pay 2 to do a Bramble Sovereign trigger. Makes a copy of it. A lot of ramp from the mono green player. Jesus. What's crazy is the token puts down a land and he gets another trigger, and that's why he's been able to do it 4 times this turn. That is hilarious. That's probably one of the better setups he could possibly have. Put in 5 lands and 6 power in that turn. Pretty funny. It kind of reminds me of like the sequence of mutating the beast the one that fetches you a land, and then making copies of it. Looks like Scoot Swarm or something. Okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't waste my spell to get rid of the Kenris transformation. Because now we're
Back on the menu, boys!
damn, we are just drawing one too many lands. I guess I'll make a bunch of clues here and could fix our problem that way. I think we're just gonna exile the Mannequin and just keep the copy. The Mannequin can't tap for mana right now, so I'm not in a big rush. We're just getting our artifact count nice and high. I could hit the Swiftfoot Boots and go for broke, but like I said, I want to play my cards. And having 2 copies of Swiftfoot Boots ain't bad. Yield the Godhead, and that's a draw. Now people can't block me, and I gain a bunch of life back, so I get some sweet tag backs, I guess. Oh, Door Destinies. Yeah, we are putting every land at the bottom. It's an artifact, but like I want something like juicier than this. We got plenty of evasion and protection in our hand, so we draw another land. Alright. Damn. Now I have 2 ways to scry and fix that problem. Sir the Enchanter. Okay. There's enough cheap lizards in the game to support this. No attacking. When you have a board like this, I would go to combat. I don't know why people don't. Mountain gas. We want gas. We don't need more rocks. I feel like we could get some juice here. Alright. I guess we play the protective bubble to just do it anyways. If he steals the Swiftfoot Boots, it won't do anything. Yeah, he was gonna do some stupid shenanigans by untapping my stuff by stealing the boots. Now he can't because I put another layer of crap on it.
Like nachos.
Damn. I should have countered that. Got distracted. On the bright side, I have Sun Titan to recover. I can do it twice. Mendicant only cost me 2 because I have the Semblance Anvil. So I could do that, equip both boots, bring back Steal the Godhead, bring back Forensic Gadgeteer, get my artifact count a little bit higher, kill this guy on the left. So it wasn't a total loss that I didn't counter his Liliana. It actually kind of helps because it took away a lot of power from the player on the right. The double Swifties, I'm glad I didn't exile that to the extra copy here. Bracket is weird. I've seen it already being used in the lobbies. I think I'll have to wait a couple more games for me to determine if it's a good way to like rank a deck. I think it's weird because I don't know if anybody from Wizards is really in touch with the game for all the amount of times that they f***ed up over there. Kind of feels weird. Like they've tainted my trust in their capabilities so much that I'm not very confident that like the bracket system is not flawed. And like I already mentioned earlier, it is a little flawed because I feel like synergy wins most games. You could have powerful cards warp your deck level, if you know what I mean. Like kitchen table players, they'll have expensive cards in their decks, and then they'll just have random things added in from the collection that they have. And I beat those decks like 99% of the time. Based on the bracket system, my budget lists of $100 or less are second bracket. But when I go to my local game store and play, I just kind of pub stomp everybody. And it's because they're all kitchen table players. And I only think the bracket system is to help people who have a hard time controlling their emotions and that hate losing games. I hate losing games, but I feel like the bracket system will just justify their emotions instead of just coming to the terms that you just hate losing. And I don't think that's very healthy. Deal on this, then you can't block it, and the player on the left goes down. Oh, made him surrender. So he denied me the life gain trigger. Could have took away the Sun Titan and helped this guy on the right out. I feel like newer players don't know what they're doing. No matter what, I would give them the lowest power level possible. Like, you would have to have an extensive tutor. If you were piloting someone else's deck that, you know, is handcrafted and is a CDH, they'd probably play it awfully. So, like, that also skews the bracket system, right? It's not a perfect system, but I think that's probably too much to ask for from WotC. And you are right. That is a good point about they selling out all the time. If people keep buying it, then it gives them the impression that they're doing something right. And I think it's mostly because we don't really respect ourselves too well. Like, we as consumers...
Shut up and take my money!
Pay one for this. Make 2 copies of it. Get some clues. It's free. I can copy it, and it draws me cards. So if I hit him for 14, he goes to 14, and then he can kill me with triskaidekaphobia. Probably not a wise idea. Damn. I cannot attack him unless I want to lose. Funny. We will just wait. Block like that. Take the 10. Verse is fun. Let's keep digging though. Oh yeah, Mystic Forge is where it's at, baby. This is a lethal combat. Bam. And we had a big fat turn at the end. 2 for 2 tonight. Three mill cards, and I got a Conduit Worlds, get our lands back. Who are we against? The Dragon, Atarka, the World Render, and Will Help, the Rock Cleaver. There's a lot of infinite combos with him. Dragon's always strong. Atarka's got some probably big scary turns. Just giving every dragon double strike is a significant keyword. Oh man, this is gonna feel super good. Turn 2, Thought Vessel. Turn 3, Conduit Worlds. I guess a better play is Stinkweed Imp and Elvish Mystic, because I'll make a land drop for the Conduit, and then I won't be able to play a land from my graveyard and get the value anyways, so I can wait. You players are not good at shuffling. I have a hard time grasping the concept of gripping half your cards loosely so you could drop the other half of your deck on top of it. They seem to death grip their cards. Out of fear of dropping them. But it's like holding a bird. You know, tight enough so you don't drop them, loose enough so you don't crush it. Yeah, he should have mulliganed. I never take that risk. The downside's just backbreaking. He's like 3 turns behind everybody else. People have a hard time imagining the worst case scenario. Those who lack an imagination are the first to die. That saying is true in Magic too. Guess we play Conduit. The last time I saw Conduit at Worlds, I got locked out of the game with someone playing Mindslaver, and he was just looping the Mindslaver and taking my turn. Oh, the player on the right surrendered? Huh. I wonder why. Of course I'll replace my draw. Ooh, Golden Argosy hit my bin. Bunch of lands too. Oh, this is our Sack Outlet. We need that for sure. And a land? Damn, Sludge Titan's good. I didn't know it was and or. That's awesome. Oh, we made the Dragon play surrender. Wow, this might be a game of just concession. My Sludge Titan just breaks the Dragon player in half.
Oh, your buddy!
Oh, okay. Wasn't much of a showcase, but the dominating turnout. The deck was doing what it was supposed to do. It was churning through my library. I saw over 10 more cards than anybody else. Aqua Code. Got a mill till I kill the true lane player. Damn. Spicy Chickens has some spicy beef. Yeah, we give up Arachnogenesis because it's a situational card. Yeah, we're gonna start deck checking each other. That ain't a bracket 2. Let me see the list. Let me deck check you. You deck check 100 cards. Hey, we got a rock. Perfect. I like rocks in this because they can be discounted with Samut here. Normally I wouldn't do that when you're in green, but you know, free mana kind of lends itself to an eggs list if you wanted to do that. But you kind of need blue to bounce all that stuff back to your hand. You have to do it other ways, like looping it from your graveyard or something. I get a scry here. Hopefully I find a land. Right, stumbling, but that's okay. Things happen. Right? What a gentleman. It's just annoying that he just undid 2 of my turns and I guess 1 of his. Enter down. I should have scried. Finally got done with our land problem. Feels like we've been doing nothing for a long time because of the bounce spell from this guy over here. I've also been better about following my New Year's resolution. I've been waking up at 5 a.m. to work on videos for the channel. I want to be consistent again. Oh god. Whenever a creature enters, he draws. It's only 2 mana. It's pretty crazy. Oh, I think this is a game actually. Oh, it is infinite. He has got both of these, so he makes 2 treasures per white mane. He casts, and he just loops it, draws his deck.
Game over, man. It's game over.
Hope you all enjoyed. I won the first 3 games, so pretty happy with that turnout. Thanks for watching. Recommend Commander Claw, Kala LC, Bear, Fearless, Sam, and Private One. Take care.